Hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Friday training. Today's training is going to be just back to the basics, real simple, right? Back to the basics. It's always good for us to review the things that get us to success. So, three things that we're going to cover today. One is LMS, the learning management system, how to find. Um, the one that we're going to look at today is going to be specifically on leads. And then we're going to look at the four keys to a successful week and then the four cornerstones. Three of those things can be found in Basecamp. So you should all have completed Basecamp when you started here. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to look at those three different things. And then we will get going. So right here from your dashboard, you can go to Quility University, and then you click on the LMS. It'll open up this page where then you just go to the LMS from there. Inside of there, it'll take you to this page, and then we'll let that load. And I like to use the search bar for a lot of things, right? And what I'm going to have you guys look for is introduction to Quility leads. So let me copy this and I'll paste this here in the chat. That way you guys can just search for that for yourselves. There you go. So this is a real simple introduction to all the different types of leads that we have here at Quility, right? It's about 25
Hey,
minutes.
good afternoon. My
26 minutes if we look at that. So I like to listen to this one at 1.5 or 2x speed. Highly recommend it. Alex talks a little bit slow, and he's got that southern Texas drawl as well, so it helps go through that, and then you'll be able to complete that part of the training. Again, you just come here. You can search right up here for anything that you're looking for when it comes to that. You can do your Quility lead stream, Navigator, any of those things that we have the trainings for. Okay. So the second thing I wanted to cover is going to be the four cornerstones and then this one as well. So the four keys to a successful week. So let's go ahead and start with the four keys to a successful week. Um, so leads is always going to be the number one thing that we have to work on, right? Without leads, we don't have any resources. Without resources, you can't get in front of people to talk to. You can't sell policies, that kind of thing. So for a full-time new agent, um, what we're looking for is an average weekly budget, right, of $250 to $300 a week. Um, and that's a full budget. That's in order to get 15 appointments. With that, you should be looking at getting, anywhere from 50 to 60 leads with some sort of combination. This will obviously change, right? The call-ins and the mail-in leads. This has levels D through B, but we know that right now G and F are going to be the ones that we need to focus on. On a lower budget, you're going to be looking at $100 to $150, and these are the GE leads as well. So resources is the number one thing, right? When it comes to having having a successful week. So we call this RAS, RASS. So resources, activity, schedule, and system. Uh, for those people that can't do a full budget, right? Then we look at the lower leads. And I've provided you guys with some leads. If you guys need more bonus leads just to work through as well, let me know on that, and I can get you guys some sent over. And as they become available, just go through and buy them, right? It's like last time that Jeff was on, he went in and he bought whatever leads were available that day. I see Gloria in there every morning, guys. She's mountain time and she's in there like at 6 a.m. Eastern time. So that's like 4 a.m. mountain. And she's in there buying up all the bonus leads that she can buy over in New Mexico and Texas, right? So I see her in there early buying those bonus leads. And then for those of you guys that are part of the accountability crew activity, right? We talk about the activity. Consistent activity is your overall key to success here. For a full-time agent, which I think all of you guys are full-time agents at this point, right? That's the goal, is scheduling 15 appointments. That's the goal, right? I know we say 300 dials is the minimum, But really, what you should be focused on is 12 to 15 appointments booked. If you're a part-time agent, 10 to 8 to 10 is really that number. And I actually like to go between 15 and 20 appointments if you're a full-time agent and that's all you're doing. If you're not recruiting, you're not doing anything else like that, 15 to 20 appointments is where you should be. And then schedule, right? Follow a schedule. We talk about the Ivy Lee method, making sure that you got time blocks set apart, right? Having the meetings that you want to attend time blocked out of your calendar. That way you're not overbooking those types of things. And then giving yourself enough dial time and enough time to run appointments throughout the week for those 15 appointments if you're a full-time agent. And then system, right? So we have a lot of systems here, right? And then even more so on this team, we have a lot of resources available to you in the system. SFG Smile and Dial. I think we've gotten away from that quite a bit over the last few weeks. Utilize that room, guys. That room is there for you guys it opens up at 8 a.m. Eastern time and it shuts down around midnight Eastern. And it starts off with dozens of agents, right? Early in the morning, and then it picks up to 100 and something, maybe 200, sometimes 300 agents in the middle of the day. And then it drops off to dozens again in the evening, sometimes to single digits. But that room is available there for you guys to participate in, for you guys to be able to go and just listen to other people, participate. If at some point you guys want to become a dialer in that room, let me know, and I can make that happen for you as well, right? There'll be some hot seat coaching opportunities as well. If you're not part of Cemetery Financial Group agents page on Facebook, become a part of it. Sarah Pappas, who is one of my mentors as well, she does hot seat coaching twice a week in there. And it's a great opportunity for you to put yourself in the hot seat, and she will listen to you dial and coach you and critique you. It never hurts to get coaching and critiques from other people in the industry as well, okay? Especially here at Cemetery. Everyone has your best interest at heart when it comes to that. So we have a lot of different materials and activities, right? So we got all the training scripts, the promotion guidelines, levels, leadership, all that kind of stuff. Our core values. We just talked about the Quality leads as well. So you guys have that. I remind you guys all the time of the different calls that we have, right? So lots of different ways for you guys to get involved. The agent Facebook page, see, they even have that here in the corporate handbook, right? That was a group I created. I don't know if you guys even know that. Like the big Cemetery Financial Groups page that has 10,000 agents in it, I created that 7 years ago. And then I gave up ownership of that back to Cemetery. That way they could help us find the right people. And then the other thing that will help you guys grow here, right, is just the 4 cornerstones, right? So, and we talk about this, especially in the new agent orientation. You guys have participated in a couple of those. But again, like I said, we got to go back to the basics sometimes in order to understand why we do what we do. So, belief in what you're selling. Most of you guys already own a product, so that part is not a problem, right? But guys, this is the warm market is a great way to grow yourself as an individual as well. Because let me tell you, your warm market is going to be your biggest critic. If you can help someone in your warm market with the policy, you're going to be able to help a stranger, no problem. Because let me tell you, strangers are more likely to help you than your warm market is, right? But if you can help your warm market, you're going to be able to grow your agency a lot faster. Working counsel through MAC, right? Massive Action Constant Correction. Let's just get rid of the $200 to $300 per week and make that $300 to $500, okay? And I probably do need to find a new thing to get this to update this particular slide. And then 15 to 20 if you're a full-time agent. 15 to 20 just because it's easy to not pick up the phone. It's easy to not get on Zoom depending on how you're doing your appointments, right? And it's easy for us to get distracted. As nice it is to work from home, how many of you guys have missed a meeting because you just got busy doing something else, or something at home took you out of your element, right? And the little notifications that we have that pop up on our phone or our calendar kind of go unnoticed, right? So set yourself more than what the minimum is. When you set yourself up with more than the minimum is, you'll at least do the minimum. Write applications and work with families that understand their needs. So don't sell a product to someone that doesn't necessarily understand what you're selling them. That's the easiest way to get a chargeback. That's the easiest way to get someone calling you and complaining, wanting to cancel their policy. Make sure that they completely understand what they're getting. Again, MAC, massive action, constant correction. We've seen a lot of that, especially in the accountability crew. Share this opportunity with others, right? I think you guys are already doing a great job of that. You guys are letting me know of people that are interested in coming on. If I need to do that interview, I'm happy to do that. If not, we're at least getting them put into the Agent Activation Accelerator, which will help you guys as well. So, and then this one, right? This is why we're doing this today, right? Commit to ongoing self-improvement. Hence why I showed you guys the LMS, right? There's a lot of opportunity there for us to grow ourselves. Reading 20 to 30 minutes a day. Right now we're in the 24-hour champion. You guys staying on top of that? I hope you are, right? So it's a great book to stay on top of. Be a student, right? So make sure you guys are learning something about the business every single day, right? Whether it's honing your script, whether it's role playing, whether it's learning a product from a specific carrier. If you guys want to become an expert in something, right? We saw Jeff took time out of his life a couple of weeks ago and became certified, in annuities. That way he can offer that product right to his clients and help you guys as well. You guys already do a great job of attending the calls, so I'm not going to harp on anything like that. Getting registered for conference, right? Once you commit to conference, you're going to make sure that you're here to be able to go. When I purchased the owner code, right, to make sure that you guys get the discounted code for 199. That allows you guys to also do a payment plan for your conference ticket. So utilize that. I shared that again yesterday. I want to say this, so Chuck and Joseph, I think, have done a great job of adapting quickly, right? So they jumped on board with the Kaboom leads. I saw Jeff has gotten some as well, but Chuck has probably been the most consistent when it comes to that, right? He's at that point now where he's going to start to see those major results that are happening. And then at the end of the day, we accountability crew, right? We saw this part earlier. Take 100% responsibility for your life. We saw Mark Cuban talk about that, right, with Patrick David Bett. This business is hard. That's the reality of it, right? And I said that in the interview. This business is hard. It's a simple game plan, but it takes hard work, right? It takes thick skin. It takes determination. Once you get through those major waves, right? Everything starts to level out. It's kind of like when you're surfing, right? At the beach, right to the sand. That's when the waves start to break the most, right? As they're coming to an end there. But once you get out further on the ocean, the water starts to level out. And that's how it is when you've been here for a while, right? And then associate with the right people. I can't say that enough. It's very easy to find others that are struggling or whatever and commiserate with them, but put yourself with other high achievers. Once you do that, they're going to elevate you, right? Rising tides lift all ships, right? So if you're associating with people that are thriving, you're going to thrive as well. And then just communicate with me. Let me know what's going on in your business. I appreciate all of you guys so far have let me know when something's going on personally, health-wise, anything like that. And that way I can be there and check in with you guys and everything else. And then have I say have an attitude of gratitude, right? So communicate with positive attitude. That's probably the number one key to success for any successful entrepreneur is having the attitude of gratitude and having positivity in all your communication. And that's part of why we also have open, honest, and productive communication, right? So do we have any questions on any of that? Jeff, it's nice to see you tuning in from somewhere different. I know that's not your normal location.
Yeah, something a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, it does. It looks a lot more comfortable. So I'm glad to see that. And I haven't heard from Ken, just so you know.
All
Jeff.
right, I'll follow up with that.
Yeah, nothing. Not a response, anything like that. So and then yeah, so guys, I am taking off the rest of the day. It's Caleb's birthday today. He is officially a teenager. So we are going. If you need me, text me. If you have a CQF, send it on WhatsApp. Chuck, I'm so sorry about that yesterday. I'm gonna change your name to Chuck in my phone. That for your new number.
I got you.
That way your new number, because I have your old number in there as well. I'm not sure exactly what the heck happened yesterday, but I did see something come across, but it was right when I sat down at men's group, and it was at 6:30. I think you sent that message at 6:30 about a test, and then
Yeah.
and then I told you. So I was on the phone with Khalil from basically from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock last night, trying to help him with that. What is that? $18,000 annual premium policy. So just trying
That's
to,
amazing.
yeah.
Nah, no biggie.
Go ahead.
Michael?
Go ahead, Jeff.
I guess even now, I'm still struggling with trying to figure out the best mix of Kaboom, bonus leads, cheap ones, and then also struggling with times of day to call. You just mentioned that if you go into the Smile and Dial, you get around midday, and that's when everybody's in there. So what that's telling me is that all of these seasoned agents are calling around midday. Uh, I'm not sure that I have found that that's kind of the optimum calling period, because you get somebody 40, 50 years old, they're probably working. You get somebody 80, he's probably sitting at home. But so I'm just trying to get the right mix of leads and the right times to start calling everybody. So I really have a kind of a smooth, when I get up in the morning, I kind of have a good idea of who and when I'm calling.
Well, that's the thing about dialing is, I mean, you're going to get a hold of people whenever. I mean, and Chuck's a good example of that. I mean, I've seen him, he'll dial 8 o'clock in the morning, he'll talk to a couple people, and then, I'll talk to him again later in the day, and he's, set 4 or 5 appointments at noon. How many times have you set appointments at noon, Chuck? I would say probably half of your appointment settings been around noon
They
time.
have been, yeah, middle of the day.
Yeah, I mean, what I found, Jeff, is that there's no bad time to dial. That's the reality of it, right? You just have to be consistent in your dialing time. So if you're going to dial at 8 a.m., noon, and 4, just do that 3, 4, 5 times a week, right? 8 a.m., noon, and 4. Like I know Richard does that, right? He works in the morning, 8 a.m., and then he dials again in the evening. And I don't know when he dials in between there, but I know that he's been very consistent with contacting people through all different parts of the day as well. So for the lead mix, I will post the lead strategy, the one that I've been working on one this week based on what the new rules are, because the new rules, right, have limitations on what you can purchase through the bonus leads. But if you're consistent with that as well, you'll be able to go in there daily and pick up a few leads, right? So we saw that. Were you on when we were showing? Let me go back to that one. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. I'll look at that one at your message here in just a second. William, level up leads with Florence Rose. If you scheduled it, then Florence, yeah, she should be working for level up leads. I'm not sure, William. They have a lot of people working there. All right, so this is the recommendation, right? With the $100 to $150 getting your CI and your MI bonus leads. So there's G, E, and F. I know they don't have the F on there, but that's 100 to 200 leads a week. That's a week. That's a lot of leads, right? That's making a lot of phone calls. And then if you fall in this budget level, 250 to 300, you're looking at 50 to 60 leads, but you're looking at only the B to D level. With this, you're going to talk to more people, right? That's the reality of it. We've seen that, right? How many of you guys dialing 50-cent leads? How many people do you talk to? Maybe 2 to 3 per 100, right? That's the reality of those leads, right? But over time, you'll start to talk to more of them, the more consistent we stay with it. Richard did he talked to some people from North Carolina that were those leads were from 20. I think I sent them to him from 2023. But he
Some
had
of them were from 2020 to 2023. But yeah.
yeah, you know, but those ones that I sent him specifically, I purchased them in 2023, in August of 2023, right? So he was able to make contact with them still, and that was throughout the day. But you guys can pull up the 4 keys to successful week in HQ. The same thing with the 4 cornerstones. You can do that as well. Okay. You guys will be able to see all of that on HQ. So with that, any other questions? And then Jeff, if you need to, you use the calendar and schedule time with me, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and we can do a more individualized game plan for you specifically, right? So which I'm happy to do. vhillteam.com, and then use my calendar there.
I'll do that. Thanks, Michael.
You got it. All
Have
right,
fun today.
guys, I'll be available tomorrow morning just because I am taking off today, right? So if you guys need me tomorrow before noon, send me a message, and then I'll just give you guys a time that we can meet. Okay?
Hey, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Tina and I are taking a great course at the end of the month on the 26th. There's a military group here, and they're doing a 3-hour course on CPR and how to stop blood. It's a whole EMT course for free.
That's
It's
awesome.
a 3-hour EMT course. Isn't that cool?
You know what's good about that as well? You can talk to people about what you do, right?
Yeah,
Sign up some people while you're there. Sell some SBLI policies while you're there.
I might.
Yeah. Thank you, Gloria. I'll tell Caleb that you said happy birthday. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And like I said, text or WhatsApp me if you guys have any questions. We'll be at a flight simulator in about an hour. So talk to you guys
See
soon.
ya.